The 2023 Masters has just wrapped up, and while Jon Rahm became the most recent recipient of the green jacket, one team in particular caught our eye with their impressive performance. Despite this being an individual tournament and not having a player take home the ultimate prize, LIV Golf left its mark on the course. With 3 players in the top 4 and 12 players making the cut, LIV Golf's performance really exceeded expectations. Which begs the question, did LIV Golf come out as the true winners following the 2023 Masters? In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at the incredible success of LIV Golf and the standout performances of Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson, and Patrick Reed during the first major of the year. So sit back, relax, and join us as we delve into the incredible success of LIV Golf and the standout performances and the impact this may have regarding world ranking points for the LIV golfers. The Masters is one of the 4 major championships in men's professional golf. And like always, it is held annually in April at the Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, USA. Unlike the other 3 men's majors, there are no qualifying tournaments or alternates for the Masters, making it one of the most exclusive and prestigious events in the world of golf. The 87th Masters tournament had all the exciting and interesting storylines that viewers were hoping to witness, most notably being the first event in 2023 where both LIV golfers and PGA Tour golfers participated in the same event. Although Jon Rahm, the 28-year-old Spaniard, emerged as the winner of the 2023 Masters after fending off some of the biggest names in the game, LIV golfers didn't leave Augusta National Golf Club empty-handed. Despite not winning the tournament, LIV's golfers had an impressive performance. Of the 18 players who competed in the event, 12 LIV players made the cut, with 3 players finishing T4 or better. There was a lot of uncertainty surrounding the group of LIV players who decided to play in the Masters. People were wondering how well they would do, since they don't play as much on the LIV golf circuit, and against nearly as strong of competition. The impressive performance of LIV's top players at the Masters tournament demonstrates that they are still at the top of their game. Despite not competing against the best players of the PGA Tour every week, they have shown that they have the skills and ability to compete at the highest level, no doubt, which is why we made this video to give you a detailed breakdown of how each of them performed. First up, we would look at Phil Mickelson. After what has been the most controversial and alienated year of his career, Phil Mickelson proved he's still got it. Outside setting the record for the oldest major champion with his 20 the last 5 years. That finally changed at this year's Masters. Phil had a disappointing third round with a 75, but he bounced back in the final round with a remarkable 65, the best score of the day, and finished tied for second just behind Jon Rahm. This performance made him the oldest player ever to finish in the top 5 at Augusta, and it was the best final round by a player over 50 in the history of the Masters. Mickelson, who is the face of LIV Golf and a lightning rod in the sport, traded his bombs for coffee and lost some weight, but he played like a champ. Although he couldn't catch Rahm, he's optimistic that this performance will propel him to play even better for the rest of the year, especially as he prepares to try and complete the career Grand Slam by winning the US Open at LACC, an event he has finished runner-up a record-setting 6 times. Brooks Koepka had a great start at the tournament and was leading after each of the first 3 rounds. Despite Brooks being a world beater in the majors from 2017 to 2019, Koepka did struggle in his final round and ended up coming in a tie for second place with Phil Mickelson. Although there had been some speculation that Brooks wanted out of LIV, Koepka pointed out the success of the players on the Saudi-backed golf circuit and said that media manufactures stories about players being washed up. Koepka struggled with injuries for a while, but he won an event in Orlando the week before the Masters and was very competitive in his return to playing with fellow PGA Tour pros. He said he knows he can compete when he's healthy, and he proved it by leading for 3 rounds. Despite the media's portrayal of a rivalry between LIV and PGA, he ended up playing a practice round with Rory McIlroy to prepare for the tournament. Another LIV player that had a very strong finish with a tie for 4th was 2018 Masters champion Patrick Reed. Despite not receiving as much attention as some of the other players leading up to the event, Reed's clear ability to score and playing with a chip on his shoulder with something to prove led to a strong finish. This was his best result at Augusta since winning in 2018, and he has now had 3 top 10 finishes at the Masters in the last 4 years. Although Reed, who quit the PGA Tour for LIV Golf, acknowledged that he had heard murmurs here and there from the crowd over the week, he added that the patrons were supportive overall. The fans were good. I heard a lot of go 4 aces out there, Reed said. As a whole, everyone was great. They were very respectful, and the fans were as they always are. They're always really good. 2 players who were expected to have the best showing from the LIV circuit were Cameron Smith and Dustin Johnson. However, despite making the cut, did not perform to expectations. The 2022 Open champion and highest-ranked player on the LIV circuit, Cameron Smith, struggled and finished T34, while the 2020 Masters champion Dustin Johnson finished in a tie for 48th due to a poor weekend. Outside those 3 players, there were 9 others who had strong finishes in the Masters. Wonder Kid Joaquin Niemann finished in a tie for 16th place. Harold Varner III had an encouraging week with a T29 finish. Other LIV golfers that made the cut the previous week were Taylor Gooch, Abraham Ancer, Mito Pereira, Thomas Peters, and Charles Schwartzel. Players who failed to make the cut include former Masters champion Bubba Watson and Sergio Garcia, and former US Open champion Bryson DeChambeau. Just to name a few high-profile PGA Tour players that failed to make the cut are highlighted by Golden Child Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas. 47-year-old and 5-time Masters champion Tiger Woods made the cut, despite finishing in horrid conditions but withdrew following an injury to his foot. The Masters, along with all of the other majors, are very important to LIV golfers to play very well into because it will earn them all important world ranking points. And now that the DP World Tour is allowed to suspend players from playing in their events, LIV golfers don't have as many other avenues to earn world ranking points. The top 50 players in the world at the end of the year receive exemptions into the major championships. And an example of how important a top finish in one major is highlighted by the jump both Brooks and Phil received from their strong Masters performance. Brooks jumped 79 spots up to 39th in the world. Phil jumped 353 spots to 72nd in the world. While these players still have some exemptions into other majors, not all LIV players do. And this jump is a great example of how important their performance at the majors are. Now, although this video is not about if LIV Golf should receive world rankings, many are saying after their strong performance in the Masters that LIV is really making a strong case to earn world ranking points moving forward. So, what do you think? Despite a Jon Rahm and PGA Tour win at the Masters, was LIV Golf the true winner at this year's Masters? Do you think LIV has a strong case for world ranking points? Make sure to leave a comment on your thoughts. Well, folks, one certain thing is that we have come to the end of this video today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more exciting content like this. Bye!